There are challenges on the horizon for Canada, says Theoret, Scotiabank. The recent US non-farm payrolls have shown an increase of 160,000 jobs. This is a relief after European shares fell for the fifth time in 6 days. How do you see the payroll data affecting the currency pair for the short term?
I would say within the context of what we've seen lately, the range for dollar Canada has been really limited today, and given the numbers that we came out, it's actually remarkable that we haven't moved all that much more. I think for CAD, the story really is right now a lot focused on the outlook for relative central bank policy. We've had a reassessment of the Bank of Canada outlook. I think things had gone much better than expected through Q1, and now we've seen kind of a break in the pattern of Canadian numbers, starting with, I think it was Wednesday's trade data. So I think a lot of the good news story for Canada, I think, has been played out. And now I think we're starting to see some challenges on the horizon. And then obviously with these fires out west, it really is weighing on the outlook. So we're having quite a bit of, I think just in terms of headline-driven movement, people responding to a deteriorating outlook for Alberta.
There was a higher than expected ISM, non-manufacturing PMI, for the dollar this week. Will this impart an appreciation on the US and Canadian dollar for the next 3 months?
The non-manufacturing ISM numbers were actually really good. I think especially going in with expectations being so low, the fact that we did get, an improvement and then really strong details was actually very, very constructive. And it does play into the narrative that we are seeing, steady, gradual improvement in the U.S. economy. So yeah, from a U.S. dollar perspective, it's constructive, and I think Canada benefiting on the back of that, it is constructive. But again, there are some domestic pieces for Canada that might weigh, so it's kind of more of a balanced piece for that.
Canadian employment has unexpectedly fallen in April by 2,100 positions, compared with the forecast of a 1,000 job increase. There has also been cutbacks regarding the energy and manufacturing industry too. Can we expect a rebound in the employment sector and its effects on the two currencies in the next 12 months?
Well, I think for Canada, we're still dealing with the longer-term oil price shock, and so what we're looking to is a rebalancing of economic activity from energy to manufacturing. We saw a bit of a faltering in that narrative this week with the trade numbers, with most of the deterioration in Canadian exports actually coming out of manufacturing. But speaking from a broad basis, I think the anticipation is that energy losses or job losses in the energy sector would be compensated for by job gains in manufacturing, and that's the narrative and the rebalancing that the Bank of Canada is hoping to achieve.
That's all for the forecast this week, and from everyone at Dukascopy TV, have a great weekend, and we will see you back on Monday for Everything FX. Bye for now.